Hello and welcome to your Team Brick. Today's video is going to be a continuation of the series I started earlier this week. As you can see, I'm already launching the first mission of the episode, which will be to rescue this Kerbal stranded in low carbon orbit. And well, you may have looked at the title of this video, and you might wonder what's going to happen. And well, it's going to be incredibly obvious what the failures are. But so far, everything's going pretty well. Just doing a rendezvous. And since it's a 1/10 scale, we have more than enough Delta V to do absurd orbital maneuvers. Such as what I just did there. Also, my orbiting brick rescue services, that's going to be happening soon, I promise. Anyways, we're already rendezvoused with the capsule, though strangely the contract for rendezvous didn't complete. Yeah, we can just have the Kerbal EVA. And well, I was hoping for a pilot since our other pilot died in a crash last episode, but we got a scientist. And so, fairly normal re-entry. And I didn't realize how much risk there was involved with parachute deployment in Kerbal Space Program. Which, yeah, basically, you should not physical time warp when your parachutes deploy. That's gonna become obvious later. And so, now the objective is to rendezvous in orbit around Kerbin, and also I have a tourist contract. So basically, we're gonna be launching up two tourists, one in each vessel, and doing a rendezvous. The first vessel launches nominally. And also somehow I completed flyby of the sun. So now this vessel, we don't have another pilot, so it's using a probe core. And it's a basic probe core, and also I'm probably just being a bad pilot, and this is a poorly designed craft. So it was a bit unstable on takeoff, but we are getting to orbit. And so now I'm just plotting a maneuver to a rendezvous with the other vessel. And also again, we have enough Delta V to completely change our orbit. And now the contract's gonna complete, even though that really wasn't much of a rendezvous, but I'm gonna take that anyways. And now it's time to deorbit. I deorbited a bit too much, so actually accelerated craft a bit. And now we're re-entering. And I'm physical time warping now. And well, the parachutes are gonna deploy pretty soon. Actually, no, I'm just gonna briefly go outside of the atmosphere, then time warp around again. So we're re-entering. I'm physical time warping, and the parachutes are deploying fairly soon. Actually, I slow down time warp a bit. And any moment now, those parachutes will deploy. They're deployed. And so the drogue chutes went fine. I got time warp and main parachute's gonna deploy and the Kraken is going to attack. The parachutes are ripped off, the vessel is rapidly spinning, the tourist couldn't do an EVA, and I did a quick save and tried to do an EVA with Bill, and basically, they couldn't parachute to safety, and they both die, and that fails the contract, and I've now lost 2 more Kerbals. Parachute failures are a real problem. And, this series is not going well, is it? Our other 2 Kerbals, you can bring them back, and it's going to be a fairly uneventful re-entry. Honestly, at this point, I think it's just better to hire some more Kerbals from the astronaut complex rather than waste time doing rescue contracts. And besides, this is supposed to be a fast series. And well, basically, at first I thought the goal for this episode would be to land on Minmus. However, a bunch of failures demotivated me, so we're not going to do a Minmus landing. Just a bit of a spoiler there. Yeah, this crew can land safely. Well, the heat shield did explode, but alright. Time to do a flyby of Minmus. Oh, sorry if there's any background noise. My microphone was on by accident. Also, the engine audio suddenly stopped working. I don't know why Waterfall randomly breaks, and also I accidentally downloaded the wrong Waterfall config, so the engine plume was clipping through the engine. Yes, yeah, we're at Minmus, so we can do some science. And so, well, definitely next episode we're gonna land on Minmus. Also, apologize for any background noise in this commentary because I couldn't find a better time to record this. I'm recording this today before the video is scheduled to be uploaded. And now I made a mistake of not saying my periapsis slow enough, so I had Valentina get out and push the spacecraft. It's a fairly uneventful re-entry. And also after the previous disaster, I got the mod Safe Shoot, where basically what it does is it makes a physical time warp stop when the parachute is about to deploy. So now I accepted this contract to rescue a Kerbal from space around the Mon. I also have a contract to rendezvous around the Mon. So using an upgraded launch vehicle, I've launched this craft with a docking port because I expected that docking around the Mon would be a logical next contract. Except for... So this is going to be some pretty unrealistic orbital maneuvering. Because our orbit is going to be heading in the opposite direction of the target's orbit. So, I'm just gonna point retrograde and slow myself down, which I accidentally lowered the thrust limiter on the interior engine, so it's actually a pretty low thrust, and so we kind of missed the target by a lot. But I plot a maneuver where we'll just change the direction of our orbit by just pointing retrograde and burning. Again, it's completely unrealistic, and you can see there very visibly as the direction we're moving relative to the Mon's surface just changes. But hey, it works! And so now I just need to plot some maneuvers to correct our orbit and to get an encounter with the target craft. And so now we can rendezvous with the stranded craft, EVA over the Kerbal, and actually completed the rendezvous contract. And for some reason I couldn't control the EVA pack successfully. Yeah, we've completed that contract, and it's now time to return to Kerbin, as next contract is relating to Minmus and not the undocking contract. So basically, I've had this issue where I didn't set my periapsis low enough, and so I got found on EVA to push the spacecraft once we re-entered. And yeah, you can see what happened there. That was interesting. And basically, that means the drogue chutes they deployed, and now they're what? Yeah, basically the drogue chutes are no longer usable, which I don't want to land without the drogue chutes because I'm worried about having another parachute failure. So these Kerbals are currently stranded in a high Kerbin orbit. So I launched this other craft and I put probe core on it, but I didn't realize the command pod was filled. And so I'm just launching and not doing a really good job at that. At this point, I'm just frantically trying to find a way to get the Kerbals back, and I realized that the best I can do would be to rendezvous with the craft, and I forgot that I only had scientists, so I can't even repack the parachute. So we're just gonna dock to the stranded craft, and I'll leave figuring out how to actually rescue these Kerbals a exercise for myself a later time. See, I can't repack the parachutes. So we're just going to dock the two craft together. Now, so right now I'm thinking about ways to solve this. So I might actually just deorbit the capsules together and land them together. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And goodbye.